Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Rex Rogosh, and let's queer up the USA view. Pete Buttigieg tops new poll for 2028 Democratic nod. In a political shakeup that's making headlines coast to coast, former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has emerged as the early frontrunner for the 2028 Democratic presidential nomination. According to a new national Emerson College Poll, Buttigieg holds 16% support among likely Democratic primary voters, putting him ahead of former Vice President Kamala Harris at 13% and California Governor Gavin Newsom at 12%. It's a remarkable turnaround from just 7 months ago when Harris commanded 37% in the same poll. The LGBTQ community may feel a familiar sense of pride watching Buttigieg, the first openly gay cabinet secretary confirmed by the Senate, once again make history. Analysts say Buttigieg's rise isn't just about policy chops. His cultural fluency and emotional candor have resonated with younger and more diverse voters. On a recent episode of Flagrant, he opened up about parenting, race, military service, and political burnout, a glimpse into a campaign likely to blend intellect with authenticity. In June, he drew national attention for condemning the violent detainment of California Senator Alex Padilla during a Los Angeles press conference. Earlier this year, he declined Michigan State run to spend more time with his husband Chasten and their children Penelope and Gus. But insiders say his sights are clearly on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The race is still wide open. 23% of Democrats remain undecided. But for now, Mayor Pete is leading the pack and the rainbow wave may rise once again. I mean, it's nice to see these polls. I think it's way too early. We've got way too many other things that we're dealing with in politics to think clearly about this position. I mean, would it be amazing to see an openly queer candidate on the Democratic ticket? Sure. I honestly still don't think with our political climate as it is today that it is probably smart, because I think we would be shooting ourselves in the foot.
That's right. Well, as an Emerson College alum, I love to hear the name of my alma mater in a news story on Queer News Tonight. That said, I think it is idealistic and unrealistic to think that between the hateful Heritage Foundation and the MAGA millions, that this country will ever elect an intelligent, eligible, reasonable, and capable gay man as president. Certainly not one more suitable for the job than the orange orifice currently occupying the office.
Mango Mussolini.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think right now you made the valid point that I was going to try and make. It's just too bleeping early to worry about polls. I think at this point with all the gossip and the rumors, I'm getting exhausted with the gossip and the rumors about the Democratic Party is this and is that and is this. Okay, let's just pull together the right pool of people. Pool, meaning make the table as big as possible with the right candidates. Let's not start divvying up who's leading and who's not, because it's too soon. We don't know what's going to happen next month with Donald. So what are we worried about 3.5 years from now? I'm trying to get through the next 6 months, and I have political burnout, and I'm just trying to get through this year. But I think right now, I think it's important to know that he and Kamala, you know, as you saw on the list of names there, it's an honorable and a strong list of people that are all working to try and lead. And that's what I think we need to do as a party. We need to start talking about where's the party going and not worry about who's on first, who's on second, what's on third.
Too early.
It's just too damn early.
Absolutely. And it's also going to be very interesting to see how these candidates over the next couple of years really do either stand up or sit down, where they really, you know, put their foot down, where they open their mouths, where they put into action. I think that's going to be telling. I mean, I'm glad to hear that younger people are taking notice. I mean, that is definitely something that we need as the younger, generation to say, hey, this is enough. We are affected because, as they're now getting into college or getting out into the workforce, they're starting to realize that politics does affect them. It's affected them since they were in middle school. However, it's now starting to become a little more relevant to them.
And they can vote. They can have their voices heard.
Correct. But yeah, I think we're a little soon. I'm happy for them, and I'm glad to see that Pete is up there. But let's just keep an eye on it, and let's not get complacent. Let's be hopeful and look towards the future.
But let's also learn to reach out to our allies. Let's make that.
Absolutely.
Let's reach across the table. Let's reach out to as many different groups. And then, I mean, that's the one benefit of the current administration is they're making the groups that much more identifiable faster, and making those groups that thought they were part of the MAGA group and the love fest over there, realizing that they were just used and abused, that maybe we should be working on building bridges and, and reaching out and building unity.
Absolutely, because you bring up a good point. A lot of the MAGA people, they're like, oh, we've been sideswiped and we've been backlash, but yet they still at the last minute still vote and go towards the MAGA because they're too scared. And they don't think they have support from the other side. So I think it's a great point that we do need to start building, not mending bridges, but actually building bridges.
And I need to point out, because I know a lot of work with and have family members that are Republicans, MAGA Republicans, and I keep saying they love the word conservative. Well, I think they need to define the word conservative, because conservative doesn't mean what it's being used for today. Conservative means you have a very common sense, business-like approach to the world. Well, what's going on right now is neither common sense nor business-like.
It's extremism.
Yeah, and it's fascism. Yeah. So we need to maintain that, and the Democrats need to, as a whole, needs to come together and start identifying that and re-educating people.
Absolutely. Well, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.